From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Double tight. Louis. You got three down. Bang. Starting left here. Bang. Value three. Check.
Now, this is Alvin Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Not my house, baby. Not my house. Here we go. Watch tight end. 3 down. Hey. Cut. 180. Hey, Shell. Mike's 59. Super. 59.
He's gone now on second down. And this was caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
There we go, D.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
76, tell him. 76. 5'9", Mike 5'9". Value 1. Got your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
It's Matt Breida, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put the foot in the ground and just hit down. That didn't happen there. That play was swallowed up.
Fielded just inside the 20. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him
All right,
in
now, lucky 56.
at varying
Lucky
levels.
56.
Because if you crowd
Hurry
everyone
up, here
to
we
the
go.
line of scrimmage,
Green.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
You see me out
That
here?
interception
That's right.
sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
and you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full ball.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run.
Here we go, fellas. Here we
so
go.
when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing
run,
it.
Run! Boom! Yeah, baby!
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how
All right, here we go.
Boom, they responded to the challenge.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back
Now
that
let's
had
go.
a great game
Green,
the week before
39.
that didn't think
Green,
that's just going to
39.
naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Just keep giving it to him.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Detroit!
Looking to throw. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's going to start taking care.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I mean, just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
On the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey. We got three. We got three.
It's gone. He sets to fire deep. And it's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for our defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't have an interception or and they usually bounce back in a big way.
And with a flag down, he goes down.
Crash.
So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Tight end's right. Tight. Black 20. 5. I got him. Back's mine. I got him. Mike.
Handoff. Now gone.
Watch the slack.
Right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Harbaugh.
Three down.
14.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
Start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Gun!
Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Now let's go. Green 39.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
First down. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Tight end's on the Lucy.
Before Indiana 23-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Baby. Yeah!
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Right. Strong right.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And he's able to pick up the first
don't
before
want
he's
Leopard!
taken down
Leopard!
at the 27. It's a gain of 4
Gun,
and
gun!
it gives him a
Gun,
new set of
gun!
downs.
Just about every time we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick
Get
up a
there,
nice
get there.
solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing
Yeah,
often
baby.
alters the normal
Boom.
spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So don't say nothing. 56.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you?
Right
You
there.
expect a pass
All
play.
day,
Had a little
baby.
courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Out.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be
coming.
down deep
They're
into
coming.
New Orleans territory. A
Yeah,
big-time
baby.
play there for the Falcons. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Detroit. Detroit.
Check 25. 24 is the mic.
They'll run now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle
Now
back
let's
a
go.
little bit in the
Green,
run game
39.
because you know those
Green,
defensive ends, they're
39.
like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20, 10, and he will take this one home.
day,
It's a
baby, all
touchdown.
day.
Now that was a
Pick.
beautiful
Nice
play.
pick.
A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December
Yay,
left.
more football.
We're only in but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Four down, check. Four down. Watch twist.
And a little super cycle. Run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Big hit.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback.
All right, here we go.
So they got their assignments down pat and
Blue
kept them
90.
away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and run down for a really good
Devontae Freeman. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Your trip is here.
Well, you don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tight end's right. Hey. 4 down.
Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are in for 6.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
Giants extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball, or the wind, or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how you stay into the moment and into the game.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here we go, fellas. Here we
First
go.
down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Orange.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
They're not ready.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Set. 319.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
Okay,
now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3
Gun,
thus far.
gun!
This is
Gun,
3rd
gun!
and 10.
Alert.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
56. Check.
He'll drop to throw.
Nice, sweetheart.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will get the football at their 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Guys, check me out,
Managing
check me
risk
12,
is a
12.
big decision here.
Let's go.
Motion.
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
Here after the INT on the last drive. Kelsey imposing his will. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background. With
Merlin.
his
Merlin.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Hey, Shell. Shell.
You got nothing today.
Shell.
Off on first down. Going for the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Colby Listenby, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown
Marty
there.
looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Lutz now to kick this one away. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
Detroit. Detroit.
You're trash. You're trash.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10.
Hey. We got 3.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
24 is the Mike.
Gun.
Throw here on second and 10. Looking deep downfield. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
I'm on you, 1-8.
He'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's got his big time over the middle, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. So we'll punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Get out of here, man.
Gun!
Three down.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw.
Outside coming.
33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
4-7's a mic. 4-7's a mic.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, boys, we got 4. Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hurry up, here we go.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. 319! 319!
He's coming. We got double.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd
All right, now,
and
lucky
7.
56. Lucky 56.
Check. 3 down.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do they go with other sections of football, trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go.
They start and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end.
Super.
Alert. 3 down.
Al, we go.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Al, we go.
The throw on 2nd down is gone.
What we got?
And
What
his
we got?
pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Hey, let's
And he
go.
takes this one
Interception all
back
day,
into the
baby.
end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
My bad, guys. My bad, guys.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Odd. 5 down. 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. That is incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change. Right? You take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Here we go. Tight right.
5.
Hey, guys. Check.
Tiger.
But we got to stand up over there.
Starting left here.
Oh, shit.
Super.
Mike's 59. Mike's
In search of redemption from the Big Saints. Gone. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception.
Let's go,
It's
baby.
Desmond
Pick 6 all
Trufant,
day.
and they
Don't
will
throw
take
my side.
over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, nice pick.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Let's go.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack at 2nd and 20.
All right.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
24 is the mic. Here we go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
All day, baby. All day.
You throw here. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
They force his foot down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive, you throw an interception. A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a
SOS.
chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your confidence in it.
Here's Frida, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, we got 3, we got 3. 3 down, 3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full
76,
combination of what he's
76,
got going in his game.
76.
You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Run with Frida. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
12.
Crunch time, defense.
5.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Tonight.
Mike, check. 59. I'm gonna run you over.
Oh, good move. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Done. 180.
Watch,
Alf, we go.
watch the twist. Check 59, Mike.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the
We got
backfield.
3 down,
Calling
3
a loss
down.
of 2
Hey,
on
fellas,
the
we got 3.
play.
Let's go.
And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Tight right. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Mike's 59.
Harbaugh.
59.
By the air now with Goff. He'll air it out deep for touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
There we go. That's a touchdown.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
For them.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
Jester.
Odd. 5 down.
12.
Just the play clock is gone. And it's intercepted at the line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Lutz now to kick this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to
Here we go
do it
now.
without
Green
letting
39.
panic creep in and
Green
affect their play.
39.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
3 down, 3 down. Detroit! Detroit!
Jam.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
47's the mic.
They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
Set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
We got 3 down, 3 down. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And he got blown out. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Yeah!
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Leopard! Leopard!
53, Mike.
Hot!
Cut. Watch the twist.
Hot!
Look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Touchdown.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Odd. 5 down. Stand up.
No. Check. Patriot!
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
Hey, we got tight right.
Cut! 180!
3 down.
Zula!
Roy.
11.
Mike's 5'9".
Turbo, set!
This is perfect here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep.
They're coming.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16.
Woo!
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Got him.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Slam. Slam.
Been busy today. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Get him, boy.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Hey, here we go now. 319. 319.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I'll get him.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Hey.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check. Fresno.
Trying to shoot down the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 50 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah,
this linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game.
Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Get off the train tracks.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey. We got three.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
180.
Mike, check. 59.
14.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Freeman trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throw right side caught by Ridley. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3, 19.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Yeah, baby.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take the knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1970.